Alright, so this will be a video talking about everything that happened in the past 7-day period in the motorsports universe. Which means that we're going to call this the previous 7 days in the world of motorsports review. Anyway, so there was a lot of stuff that happened this weekend. I originally wasn't going to make a video because Sunday ruined tonight's video. Because now I know exactly what all fucking comments are going to be, and I'm not excited. In any case, the first race I think that happened this week was ARCA, and it looked like it was really good from the timing and scoring, but seeing as how no one gets MAV TV, how should anyone know? But yeah, Michael Self won because he should probably be in the Truck Series full time. He should be replacing the other Self at this point, huh? Big brain stuff. Anyway, what else happened? Okay, so overnight shifts, boring, but also have their perks. I got to watch the or where were they? Hong Kong, I think. The Formula E. I got to watch that, and from start to finish. And I'm not kidding. That's the best race that I've seen this year. Formula E is weird because it started off as a sideshow project that had boring, no competition, slow races. And now, like this race, I think Hong Kong E-Prix, it was great. I have no idea what made it great. But it was great, you know. I think I know the reason why. Because the guy that won, the entire race. Oh my god, I need to devote an entire video to this race because it was just that good. It was just, there was competition from start to finish. The entire race was competitive out front. And in the first half, a guy worked his way from I think 5th to the lead over the course of 30 laps, like 30 minutes. And, well, they were pretty close to being 30-minute laps. I mean, minute-long laps, so maybe 30 minutes. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it was, from there. And, yeah, so the guy that worked his way from 5th to 1st led almost the whole remainder of the distance. However, there was a guy that moved into 2nd who was probably faster than the leader, and just due to the shape of the track, due to how thin it is, it's basically Monaco because they could not pass for the life of them. He was right behind the leader for basically the rest of the race. There were 3 full course yellows too, which means that there were 3 restarts, and yet these 2 were still the class of the field. They just drove away. And the final pass of the race was absolutely nuts. I can't believe it, but I don't want to spoil anything because it was just that good. But if you thought bumpers were just for NASCAR, then you gotta watch that finish because that could have been Formula E's 1979 Daytona 500 if A, it wasn't playing at 3 in the morning, and B, they actually got to see the post-race stuff, and maybe there was a fight between the guy that lost and the guy that won. You know? That could have been their 1979 Daytona 500, but unfortunately, only the eastern half of the country, I mean the planet, is going to ever know about this race, because I'm sure they haven't replayed it on FS1 yet. So, basically, Formula E, I might start watching on a regular basis, which is kind of incredible to say the least. Okay, how many other races happened this week? Well, it was really the ones that mattered. I mean, Xfinity happened, and Bell was, once for the 2nd week in a row, going to win until something really fucking stupid happened that wrecked him out of the race. So, yes, that's only 2 weeks in a row now. IndyCar, I missed the first 40 laps. Otherwise, I would have actually made a video on it yesterday, but I missed the first 40 laps, so I don't actually know what happened for those 40 laps. I just turned it on, Rosenquist is leading, and I'm like, wait, I didn't even know this guy was racing this season. Well then, there we go. So that's wonderful. That was a very nice turn of events right there. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, this is just Wickens again. But except this time, it wasn't able to hold on to the lead. There was some pit strategy from what I've seen. Apparently there was an early caution, which really set them up for how they were going to run out the race, because it would have been probably a lot more compelling to see, you know, like, what was it going to be, 3 versus 4 stops like it was last season. But then that caution just basically locked everyone into a 3-stop strategy, which was kind of slightly gay. Kind of gay. Just a little bit on the gay side, you know, just a little bit. But, yeah. The race played out pretty naturally. There was a tarp on the track at one point, but they never threw the caution for that, so that was nice. Lots of drivers in the same place, but a few drivers in new places. You had Marcus Ericsson now in IndyCar, and he has brought his translation from F1 to IndyCar just seamlessly. He has gone from complete and total walking mediocrity in F1 to complete and total walking mediocrity in IndyCar. But he did have a mechanical issue halfway through the race, so perhaps that was the reason. Maybe Marcus Ericsson can redeem himself next time. There was also Charlie Kimball, who was going to be splitting his ride with Pato for the remainder of the season, and he was absolute garbage. So we'll see if Pato can recover from basically his entire career being in his entire IndyCar career just suddenly becoming Casey Mears 2.0. That would be just we're just waiting for him to announce his first Xfinity race at this point. I thought Dixon was gonna win. I'll be honest. I thought he was gonna win, but he probably should have gotten on the push to pass earlier before the end of the race. Because he was driving him down from 9 seconds, and I'm like, if Dixon wins this, I mean, my God. He's an absolute goddamn monster is the thing. Dixon is just probably the greatest driver in America. Probably the best in North America even. There's not really much racing outside of America, but the point stands. Yeah, Dixon is kind of a fucking animal. But generally, it was just a race. It was just a non-gimmick infested caution gimmicks from cautions. It's just not a gimmick. It was fucking racing, dude. It was nice to see a race play the fuck out, which was really awesome to see for once in our goddamn lives. Moving on to the biggest joke in racing. So the Cup Series race, I'll admit it, probably the second best Phoenix race I've ever seen. Second to the fall 2017 race. And that was only because cautions, every single caution, except for one, fell absolutely perfectly. Okay, except for 2. The first caution that didn't fall absolutely perfectly was Bowman hitting the wall the first time. If that had happened 2 laps earlier, it would have been perfect, but no, it said it fell at the worst possible time, so that nothing really, came from it. But we did get to see them just roll around under caution for an extra 5 laps instead of, opening pit road immediately after the stage ended. Now, let's have them roll under caution some more, and then open up the pit lane. That makes sense. The second caution that kind of didn't fall perfectly was when Priest got dumped by Suarez, which was really nice. I'm really appreciating how Priest is just getting fisted every single week. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. But that basically took out most of the fuel strategy. It was almost really fuel strategic there. Almost. Almost. You were this close, NASCAR, to having a good finish there. And yeah. Kind of want to die, because I'm sick of waiting for Blaney to win races on, not late cautions or late stupidity. I'd really like Blaney to get one win that he actually earned over the course of the entire fucking race and not just the last 10 laps. It'd be very nice to see that happen. It would be. I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest on that one. But You see, the problem with what the package that they had is that they did the good thing by making it not virtually no power. They put 750 horsepower back into the cars, which is very good up until the moment that you realize, oh wait, they made the splitters massive. This was basically the 2015 package. This was like, I don't know if you could make it any closer to the 2015 package. And you saw it in the first stage, where I think the only passes that took place was Hendrick falling back and Busch for the lead. Beyond that, everyone just stayed in the same spot for the entire first stage. That was the most 2015 start to a race that I've ever seen. And plus, it was virtually identical to the fall 2015 Phoenix race at the start, when the guy who started second crossed the line first and got a lap penalty from it. That was the exact same thing that happened in fall 2015, so basically it was just a goddamn replay at this point. The only thing we need now is for Phoenix to have another night race. I don't know if that's... I don't think that would make it any better, but at least it would be different. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Really glad I didn't go to see this one in person. I'm gonna say that right now. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Annett continues to have the best average finish in the Xfinity series because I'm always right, and yeah. Anything else to say? I'm sure I'm missing a race here. The mid 400 happened, but like no one really cares. I don't know who won because I obviously don't care. And yeah. I think we're 2 weeks away from the next truck race. I think it's the 23rd. So now it's technically less than 2 weeks, which is nice. But it is Martinsville, and I'm told that Busch is in it. Because why in a million years would we want to have a good fucking truck race, you know? Why would we ever want that? Yeah. So, good shit, guys. Good fucking shit. All around, just a fantastic weekend of races that were this close to being good, and then the Formula E race being the best of them all. I cannot believe this shit. I can't. F1's back next week, if anyone really cares. Maybe it'll be good. Ha, that's a laugh. Yeah. I think that's about it. So, yeah. I guess I'll post this now. Good shit, guys. Nostradamus made the right choice. Yippee. Who fucking cares? Nostradamus is a joke. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video before I pass out from boredom. This has been, I don't know, it's been a video. Enjoy it.